All right, everybody, I'm back. It was so loud that I wanted to let it run through the 5 minute cycle. And so it's done. And it made a bit of a mess at the very, very beginning. It was kind of shooting out the top of the Cuisinart, but not too bad. And it actually tastes pretty good. But with sugar, there's a lot of problems with sugar, and I think it's pretty well documented. But I'm going to encourage you to do your own research into it, whether you should use refined sugar or not, whether the substitutes for refined sugar are actually good for you or healthy. I want to encourage you to do that search for yourself. But some of the known problems with sugar are this, is that it increases your risk of obesity, it increases your risk of type 2 diabetes, it increases your risk of heart disease. It's also been linked to depression, dementia, liver disease, and certain types of cancer. So there are things with refined sugar that we really want to eliminate from our diet as much as we can, because it does in fact raise your risk. Another way to put it in this time of COVID, in this time of the pandemic, is that sugar will suppress our natural born immune system. And as that is suppressed, then our ability to ward off disease, ward off viruses, ward off anything that our body is not designed to have in us, such as COVID, such as cancer, or different things, that sugar will suppress your immune system. And it's really important for Susan and for me to eliminate as much of it from our diet as possible. So we're gonna turn this off. Actually, I'm gonna make the syrup now, the Medjool date syrup. And it's also a very simple recipe. It involves 1 cup of tightly packed dates, 1.5 cups of water. This we're going to put into our blend tech is what we have. A Vitamix blender certainly would be very, very good as well. But the blender should be a strong blender with a strong motor in it and be able to cut it up. Typically, the recipe calls for up to 5 minutes of just constant twirling and beating. But I know with the blend tech, it only took 90 seconds. And then I'm gonna just hit it one more time for a few seconds so you get a sense of what it looks like and that sort of thing. So here it is. So I'm gonna run it for 40 seconds. It's just gonna remix everything. The one thing I did is that I also added cinnamon. I love cinnamon. And I also put in roughly a teaspoon of lemon juice. As you can tell, it's really heating up. And so we're going to turn it off. It's basically a finished product. But with dates, there are certain benefits to the dates. And again, I want to encourage you to look it up just to see for yourself. Whether you agree with what we're saying or not, but look it up for yourself and give yourself an informed, kind of information. So one of the benefits of dates is it's high in polyphenols, which basically translate to high in antioxidants. It helps reduce inflammation in your body, and it's very important for your long-term health, because as your inflammation rises, that also has an impact on your immune system. And so we're doing everything we can to keep our immune system strong and functioning, and especially at a time like this. With the Medjool dates, it is a food. It's not just an empty calorie, but it has vital nutrients in it, vitamin B6, iron, calcium. There's other minerals, vitamin D, vitamin C. Again, they're all immune supporting minerals that are in each date, and so we tend to think that that's a lot better for you than the white refined sugar would be. It's also high in fiber, so it's going to make you feel fuller, faster, longer. 1/4 cup of Medjool dates, or in this case the syrup, will be 10 to 12% of your daily requirement for fiber in your body. So I think that's a very positive, very strong thing. It's also very high, number 4, it's also very high in potassium, in calcium, and I mentioned vitamin C and vitamin D already. It's generally good for heart health. It's also good for building muscle and protein within your body. And you don't get that with the refined sugar. So you're going to have those benefits as well. But probably most important, and most important for me, is that it's low in fructose. So it's a great substitute for sugar, which is high in sucrose, or anything with a high, what do they call it, corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup. Those two things, the sucrose and the corn syrup, have a negative effect on your body, and it makes it difficult for your liver to process foods and eliminate it from your body. With dates, it's not. It's low in the glycemic index. It's much easier for your liver to metabolize the nutrients that are in it, to metabolize and then move the waste out of your body and remove it from your body. So in general, it's just far better. So it's high in polyphenols. They're not empty calories as sugar would be. It's got a lot of essential nutrients and proteins in it. It's high in fiber, high in potassium, calcium. It's good for your heart health, but it's also the low in fructose, and it's a great substitute. It's low in the glycemic index. So if you're diabetic, that's going to be good news. But again, check it out for yourself. There are uses, though, that we do. I know Susan and I, we love to have shakes, or we love to have smoothies. And so there's a vegan type recipe that we use that involves where we want a sweetener added to it, and so we're going to put it in. It's good for adding into oatmeal. You can add it into brownies. There's a lot of recipes out there for cookies, for cakes, for other kinds of things. So it's going to be a very, very good substitute for refined sugar. There is some debate out there about whether any kind of sugar is really healthy for your body. And so I want you to look at that too and consider that, whether you can eliminate all of it. But I know for me, for the benefits that we see with using the dates, we're going to try it, and we're going to see how it goes. But if it helps with the lower the sugar index in your body, then it's going to be a good thing in the end. So with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for tuning in, for watching, and I hope everyone has a blessed day, and thank you very much.